Talking request accepted.
Good morning, New Eden. Today is December 7th, 2025, and this is the Federation Frontline Report. I'm your host, Frozen Fallout. My co host is Nightflyer. How's it going, man? Been some crazy stuff that's been happening over the last week here. Primarily, the main focus of what we're going to talk about is the faction warfare blood brawl that happened just this last Saturday, so yesterday. So I was able to get involved in that as well. We're going to kind of go over some reports that have been discussed about that, the battle report. But how things going for you, Nightflyer? Yeah, and yeah, the South is very much under assault. We do need all of the help that we can get. We've got Hey Die Less that is at 91.4% right now. Fleet is at 46, and Aboon is just at a 17% right now. The Keldari are holding advantage in all three systems here. Um, and yeah, it's been pretty rough. Now, Thujarento is under our control for a very short time. It's already up to 52% because of the pirate incursion that happened. Um, so yeah, that's definitely you know, we need help as much as possible down in the south. And if we go up north, things have kind of stalemated. So we've got over here, we've got Thujarento and Tantalin, a little bit of fighting that's kind of happening over in this region. Um, but the massive amount of fighting that's happening in the Alderneti area here with Vivilir, Nenamelia, there's Frary, Ugalis that is kind of having some fighting that's going on here. But there is a lot of stalemating that's been happening here in like Alderneti is at 0.9%, 13.8% for Nenamelia, Vivilir at 1.8%. So it's yeah, definitely a lot of good fighting to be had over there. So Who are you unable to hear? Orion? You're not able to hear me, or you should be able to hear us all. I see it bouncing for everybody. You can hear me. That's good. Partner. Oh, okay. Really? You can't hear him at all? Yeah. Hold on. Let me try something here real quick.
No, it's still not.
Try now.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now? I hear it.
Oh, so
I
I don't
hear
know. Audio has been really weird then lately. So I'm sorry. We've cut out all of Night Flyers.
Which usually isn't that big a deal, because
you would do some good stuff.
But
God damn it.
But,
We'll figure that out. But yeah, so where were we?
we'll blame it on Twitch or Discord, one of them. It wasn't our fault. That's all I know.
It was Streamlabs.
No,
It said that you were. It was bouncing. It showed.
Yeah, I can see myself lighting up on both ends. Myself, but yeah, when I shut, because obviously the slight delay sounds weird if I keep the
you don't want to
keep track on, so I'll shut it off. But very simple. Just to reiterate what I was talking about is a lot of old players coming back to the game. The player count's up to like 40,000 on a regular basis now, and it's just kind of unusual for this time of year because a lot of kids are studying for finals. A lot of us old guys are getting their kids, making the plans to get their kids home for the winter break. And there just seems to be a lot of good things going on in the game right now. Faction Warfare has actually been kind of fun the last couple of weeks. Industry's going good. I know my marketing alt has been doing really well. Kind of ventured into a couple of new areas in the market, and they're paying off. So bottom line is, like I said, I think the game's in a good place. I think we're doing well, and I'm gonna keep playing. Frozen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's talk about the Blood Brawl here. So this year, the Faction Warfare Blood Brawl is in its third year. It was run by the Amar this time, who are the ones who hosted us in the August system, which we all fought on a large advanced faction warfare complex. We did it on the outside, so there was some little shenanigans that did happen. There is the basic rules for this was bring only T1 faction Navy cruisers with T1 logistics, and you could also bring some BCs for links, but the basis of it was kind of bring in some cruisers and stuff, and so the Mimitar brought a Scythe fleet issue fleet, and led by Casper. The Galente brought in the Vexor Navy issue fleet with Novak leading the charge. The Keldari brought the Osprey Navy issues, led by Abby and Corvus. And then the Angel Cartel were led by Switch, which fielded a fleet of Cinnables. And then the Amar brought Augur Navy issues, led by Vortex. So one of the big things, we got up to about 500 people in system. It was pretty wild. It was a lot of fun. We had the node was not reinforced though, so there was a lot of tie-dye, and it was pretty wild. Senate, of course, brought an MWD Kaidi Doctrine to the Brawl, says Orion. So yep. We did get pushed off field fairly quickly along with the Keldari. The Amar fielded a Hodge Red that I did get in on, so I was actually able to participate in the Hodge Red going down. There was also a Phoenix that dropped, and I was not able to get in on that kill because I think it got away, actually. Really surprising. But in the end, I guess the Galente ran out of some ships. We were basically fully pushed off the field, and the Mimitar sent in a Ha Nag towards the end. Oh, and my phone is.
Hopefully that's not work.
No. Just
good.
An alarm that I set for myself.
Make sure we were up for
different day.
Hey, wake up! You gotta do a show.
Yep.
Oh wow.
But yeah, basically things kind of dwindled out after the Nag took the field. But yeah, there was. Let's take a look at the battle report here. So, as you can kind of see, the different teams that they have slotted here, which I don't think they have these completely. Like, they put the Galente and Caldari together. They put the all of the third party on one side, kind of thing. But some of the notable kills here is that there were a bunch of Scorpions that went down. The third parties brought a bunch of like battle cruisers, so Damnations that went down, Lachesis, a bunch of Guardians that went down on the enemy side, a bunch of Lokis that got blown up on the third party side. Prophecy Navy issues, quite a few of those got destroyed. Harbinger Navy issues, a bunch of those, along with Harbinger standards, bunch of Cinnables that got blown up, along with the Shimus. I got on one of those Shimus. Orion says they died like 3 to 4 times. But you can see the third party, is mixed completely. These guys were all fighting themselves and killing each other and killing the other fleets. So I would say don't take any of this like team A, B, and C as like anything, but to kind of look at some of the deaths that we have here. So looks like there was 2 Nags that were dropped by the Mimitar, and both of them survived. One got 28,000 damage worth out there. There was a Razu's, Huygens, and Cinnable fleet issues that went down, along with a sizable chunk of the Scythe fleet issues. The Mimitar seem to have numbered pretty solidly this year. There were around 144 participants on their side to a certain degree. Whereas the Amar fielded about 111. They had the Revelation that did get destroyed, worth about 5.7 billion there. And Orion says they ran out of Scythe fleet issues, so they handed out what was left of ships from the CMS Brawl. That's awesome. But yeah, a couple Prophecy Navy issues that went down. They did also field a Phoenix that was able to get out. They had a bunch of Augur Navy issues, and they came out pretty good in this fight. Besides that, sacrificial lamb that they threw out in the Revelation. But yeah, Augurs are pretty badass. They had about 84% efficiency even with the loss of that dread. So yeah, pretty fun stuff there. I do remember it because, like, from the Galente kind of point of view, I remember, we came in with Vexers, and I was in a Mauler Navy issue, and we were basically trying to reposition ourselves throughout a good chunk of that fight. And then like it just was one of those like we just our logi couldn't keep up. Once we lost all of our logi, we tried reshipping. We went at it again, and it was just landed in bad spots. We just did not have the DPS to really like destroy anything that was being heavily repped. So there were a few instances where we got into situations where we weren't sharing primaries with other people. So we were trying to take on our own targets, and it actually just was not working at all, which was sad. But yeah, we had low DPS due to the, I think being VNIs was nice for the tank to a certain degree, but the DPS output on them just was not there even close. Like
comparison to what it looks like you guys are going up against.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was again. I was sad I wasn't able to make it this year. Did the last year. It was really fun. We did the one in Pochvin, which was really, or not Pochvin, the other one with the cartels, and that was fun. But sorry I was missed it. Real life kicking in. Yeah, that and the Luru Gaming. They had their competition yesterday too, and I totally missed all that because of real life bullshit. But again, a lot of fun things going on. I'm glad you were able to make it, and of course, Samson's still traveling the world. So
yeah, we had low representation on our side, but that'll happen. Orion says it's not totally our fault. Midmill did farm like really strongly, and they had a good short range DPS AV fit. But I mean, mainly, a lot of it I do remember was trying to deal with the battle cruisers that came in, and there was just nothing that we could do on that third party battle cruisers. So
yeah.
But the other thing that I'm super excited for, and I kind of hope that me and you can get some time to do some duoing of these sites. We also have the Winter Nexus that is currently going on.
Yeah.
Well, not currently, sorry, will be going on very soon. So
2 days.
There will be,
2
the
days.
Sanchez Nation will be ushering in a winter storm, a winter nexus. And from December 9th to January 12th, there will be ice storms that will be roaming the cluster. Basically, there's also some new stuff this year. The Hunt Yule Lads and Thynotech, or Cryotech, that will give you access to more stuff inside of the storms. You'll be able to, you can only bring in the Marauders into the with this special key. Basically, this Hunt Yule Lads, I believe, if I remember correctly. Where is that? There's a section here on Marauders.
Yeah, so they'll start their daily logins again.
They'll need a cryptic key. That's it, right here. Crypto Tech, specific for crypto storms class or clarifiers. Interesting. So yeah, they're doing some things with this one that'll be a little bit different than they did from last year. There also is a Perseverance mining destroyer that is going to be exclusive to this event, supposedly. So that'll be interesting. There's also the Interbus is launching a cautionary campaign for travelers by dispatching logistical automation delivery vessels, named after the legendary Yule clones. Caviar says
Yep.
that they're gonna get one for all three of their characters. Yeah, I think that this has potential of being a really good reward. Actually, if it's like a very specific thing that you've got to unlock all of the rewards in order to get this destroyer. If it's at the very beginning, then maybe not that. It might not be that great of a reward. I mean, besides using it maybe for some newer players, but there might be some money in selling some of these things. Um,
Yeah, I'm curious to see how some of these drops turn out. Last year's I don't remember being that great, but the year before that was really, really good. I mean, I think I maybe put more of a dedication into it because the payouts were so well. But last year, like I said, I don't remember last year's being all like equally the same. The drops weren't financially that great, and even the extra things, the
oh,
skins and stuff like that, I think were a lot less abundant for the event. And I remember one of my characters, one of my alts who did it 2 years ago, like he pretty much funded his his activity for the rest of the year based on that one event. But last year, I can't say that. I know a lot of people do look forward to this because it is one of those things that you can moderately put in some effort throughout the month, and you can get a billion ISK out of a lot of these things. And that's a lot of the high sec stuff too. That's not even hitting the more profitable low sec and null sec activities. And I'm
yeah.
really interested about this the HUD for the Yule Lad, the logistic automated delivery cruiser that's supposed to drop that the cryotech. Um, uh, I'm really interested to see how that is. How hard is is that something that you're going to have to fleet up to do, or are you going to be able to do that yourself? Um, I didn't quite understand what Yugami was talking about as far as like you have to have the key to get into the event, and then where usually they have some of the ice things. And I don't know if these ships are in there, so you're gonna have to bring something into the event site, or if you can scan them down and just find them in space. I didn't quite pick up on that during this conversation this week on the what they call it, the having tea or something.
Yeah.
Tea with so it was a good video. Oh, what happened? Everything switched. Sorry, I just lost all my notes. Here we go.
Yeah, they will be giving out a bunch of skill points too, and Caviar pointed out that it probably will be early in the track since they want people to use it to mine with it, during in these sites.
Yeah.
So you probably will be pretty early in the track. So won't be that hard to get a hold of probably, but they are giving out what 650,000 or 650,000 skill points for
Yeah, for
Omegas.
Omega for the month, plus some skins and Evermarks.
Yep.
And then after the event, like in the final week or whatever, they'll actually, if you've made it to the end of the progression tier, they're going to open up that there's more that you can do after that point, which they did in the previous event too, which was kind of cool. I like that. So if you got to the end of the progression track, there was still something to keep playing the game for, get involved with. So they said they're going to do that again. But even if you're not Omega, you can still get 325,000 skill points. No.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Some other things that we have on the news as well is that there is a crazy kind of event that is happening right now with the. I believe it is. Well, they don't have it posted here. Let me see if I can find what the. There was a Dead Space gate that ended up on top of the here it is, the Jovolian gate. So in order to try and get into the Jovolian system, uh, you were there was a home front site that spawned close to the gate that made it so that you warped to the home site gate, or to the home site system, the acceleration gate and dead space, instead of landing on the system itself. So you can see that just tons of ships getting caught by this, landing on this acceleration gate. And it doesn't show here how far away the gate is, I don't believe, but I believe the gate was extremely far away. Yeah, it was 3 million kilometers. So it wasn't like something you just MWD.
I'm just gonna burn. Yeah,
yeah.
Maybe I have to overheat a little bit.
Although it does look like you could warp to the planet, but I don't know how much closer you'd still be really far away. So that's pretty wild. That was just a little funny thing I thought I would mention as well. And just to let you know that the fall of PamFam has continued. PamFam has essentially lost about 33.5 trillion ISK in about 50,000 kill mails. The Drone Lands has about 25-ish groups that are fighting over it at this time. And we've got, let's see here, so Horde has just basically, they've lost, last 30 days they've lost 16 trillion ISK, 34,000 kill mails. They were getting pounced in October, where they got another 4.5 trillion ISK in losses. So the main thing here is that I wanted to talk about was membership. So yeah, end of October they were at 4,000 or 49,000. Beginning of December here we're at 16,000. So that's a 65% net change. NC actually picked up a lot of those. So NC got 3,000, or has 3,481. When they normally would only, or at the beginning of October, or the end of October, they were at 2,814. Slice looks to have just a moderate change, that they had minor, lost 3 members, it looks like. But yeah, so the big one here is that the interesting thing too is that it's just Horde that's being hit really hard. It seems like a lot of the other PamFam members are not actually having, if not, they're picking up membership. Now, SOV, all of them have basically lost all of their SOV. SOV, 90% change, from 414 systems down to 41. All of those will be getting cleared out soon as well. And I don't know where they got this asset safety from, but they're saying, I guess from things that have gotten blown up from the asset safety system, but there's 814 kills that happened inside of the system for 108 billion ISK worth of losses, comparatively to the 3 billion ISK that was lost in October. So that's a 7,300% net change in kill mails, and a 3,312% net change in losses for ISK. So that's pretty wild. But yeah, looking at the SOV map, it appears that we've got Slow Children at Play, Brotherhood of Spacers, Deepwater Hooligans, Siege Green, Mimitar Fleet Alliance, and the Great Wildlands Conservative
Conservation Society.
Conservation. I can read, I swear. As well as a bunch of others that are gathering up there. So we'll see what happens. There's multi-billion units of trit to sell in those systems. That's true. But that's all that I have for the news today. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, Nightflyer?
No, that's all I really have. Like I said, faction warfare is still coming along. No, that's it. That's really all I have for you. Not a whole lot impacting us specifically. CCP is obviously focusing a lot on out on nullsec, and then
I hear wormholes might be getting looked at. That's what I hear.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Is that's going to be kind of the focus next year of giving some love and massaging a lot of the gameplay in wormholes over the next year. So, curious to see what May brings for the Fan Fest reveal, the grand reveal at Fan Fest. It's going to be something exciting. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining Nightflyer, and have a great night.
Good night, everybody.